There's also a wild scene at an airport right here in the upstate. A fire broke out inside a hangar in Spartanburg. These are all new photos tonight showing the damage as crews responded to the Spartanburg Downtown Airport. Officials tell us 2 hangars were destroyed and 2 others were damaged. That was an airplane there you saw there. Well, 3 planes and another vehicle were damaged, and that plane you saw there, at least one of them, was clearly destroyed. There it is again. The city telling us 2 people were hurt in the fire. Their conditions are unknown right now, and a hazmat team was called in to help clean up due to all the fuel and oil that was from the damaged planes. Officials have not released what caused the fire yet, but the airport does say despite the scene, the fire did not affect their operations.